We have video off the coast of California in Goleta, where officials have shut down Goleta Beach after kayakers reported an oil slick. Santa Barbara fire officials reported a sheen about a half-mile long, 2 miles wide, spotted on the water. The U.S. Coast Guard is investigating the source of the spill. Carter Evans, a CBS News correspondent based in Los Angeles, is headed to the scene right now. Carter, how close are you to the beach?
Now, we're just a couple of miles out right now, but this is an all too familiar scene for people in the area. As you may know, there was an oil spill back in May that they just finished cleaning up about 2 weeks ago, and this spill is in the same vicinity. So, of course, lots of questions are being asked right now about whether or not this could be connected to that spill. When you look at the aerial video, it does seem like a significant amount of oil, and it has spread out, as you said, about 2 miles wide. And it is starting to wash up along the shore in certain areas right now, but it does appear that most of the oil is still on the surface of the water offshore. As to how this could have happened, well, that's what investigators are looking into right now. But just offshore, there are several oil wells and platforms. That's one possibility that they're looking into. And, of course, the pipelines onshore, which is where the oil from the previous spill in May came from as well. So those are just a couple of possibilities that they're looking into right now. And also, of course, trying to contain this current spill to keep it from contaminating anything else.
Carter, the previous spill you're talking about was in May, and there was a lot of wildlife that was affected by that. Do we know if there's been any wildlife so far that's washed up on the beach covered in oil?
Haven't seen any reports of any wildlife injured in this one yet. Last oil spill, something like 200 marine mammals and 100 birds or so, or actually rather the other way around, 200 birds and 100 marine mammals were killed by that particular oil spill. And that was a big one. That was about 100,000 gallons that leaked into the area. And we saw oil washing ashore as far as 100 miles away from that spill.
Carter, this is a pretty popular area for beachgoers, people on vacation, tourists. Give us an idea where exactly it is in Central California.
And so this is about an hour and a half, about 80 miles north of Los Angeles, right along the coast. Beautiful coastline, very popular area in the summertime. Now, the beach along the area had been shut down for actually about a little more than 2 months. So they lost a lot of the season already, and it just opened back up on July 17th, and it looks like some of these areas are going to be closing back down again. So it certainly impacts a lot of people.
And we want to let you know the way that it actually turned out. We found out about this was apparently kayakers and boaters offshore came back to shore, and they were covered in oil. And they reported it to local officials, and now they, of course, are responding along with the Coast Guard, local emergency management. And now Carter Evans is headed to the scene. He will have the very latest on the CBS Evening News tonight. We will have more here on CBSN and, of course, on CBSNews.com. Stand by. We're going to take a short commercial break. You're watching CBSN, always on.